beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. I am an intuitive reader, a manifesting coach, a Reiki practitioner, a life path guide, and mentor here to help you along your awakening journey so that you can co-create the life of your dreams. And in this video, I want to talk about something that you can do every single day that will enhance your manifestation abilities. It will enhance your life. It will enhance your relationships. Most importantly, the relationship to yourself. And this one thing is literally you becoming aware of how you are thinking, feeling, and being, and then writing it down. So the one thing that I preach to all of my students in my mentorship, in my online community, feel free to join if you have not already done so. It is amazing in there. But I teach my mentees to document everything. Because right now, how you are thinking and feeling could change in a week, in a month, right? And what if you're feeling amazing? And what if you've been doing a certain routine that has really elevated you and you're seeing all of these manifestations come in? And then next month, all of a sudden, you fall into a little bit of a dark hole, which is okay because sometimes we have to get replanted to grow again. And when we're in that dark hole, we forget. Our mind is so fluid that it literally forgets how to get out, and it forgets what we were doing last month. What was I doing to call in all those manifestations? I forget. So I like to teach my clients to document everything. You know, on a Tuesday, if you're crying for a couple hours and you're not really sure why, just write it down in your journal. And then all of a sudden you get a manifestation the next day. Now you know that that's a pattern. Okay, for some reason, I am purging emotion the day before I receive a manifestation. Let me get excited now. Let me look forward to the days when I'm purging because I know that it means I'm making space for something better to come in. And we know with our nervous system, it's all a purification process. We are purging the unworthiness. That is all we're doing. Every time you're crying on a spiritual journey, you are getting closer and closer and closer to your pure love essence. I almost didn't even know how to word it just then. We could feel the energy, and I almost paused and was like, how can I word this? But it's this pure love. You are not your trauma. You are not your pain. You are not your grief. You are not the bad things that you've done. And we have to physically get them off of our nervous system and out of our body so that we can allow our soul energy to come through us. And when we live from soul, we are being moved, we're being led, we're being guided, and things come to us a lot quicker, right? And those moments of joy stay longer. And if we don't release and if we don't document when we're releasing, we might not hold on to that joy. We might let it go. We might sabotage it. We might reject it. And a lot of times the mind comes in and likes to poke you in your soft spots right when you're receiving your joy, right when somebody's asking you on a date or you're in the middle of the date and you're feeling so good and you're experiencing this emotion that you've never felt before. And all of a sudden the mind kicks in and says, something's off. This isn't right. And you start to sabotage it. So I like to help my clients become aware of the mind. And the more you document your patterns and your cycles and the roller coaster ride of the spiritual journey, you understand yourself better. So then when the person arrives or the money arrives, you're going to be hyper aware of how your mind is going to poke you and say, we're not worthy of this. Because it's a tape that's just playing over and over again in your head. And if you can hit stop on that tape as soon as it starts to play, you're going to be the master of your life. You are always going to be in peace during the chaos in our world. You're always going to be grounded. You're going to know your cycles. You're going to know when, oh, here comes emotion. That's okay. This can be here. And you're not going to have any resistance in your life. And you're going to feel so empowered. You're not going to need a reading video to help you understand what you're going through. You're not going to need my videos anymore. You are going to be standing on your own 2 feet, knowing yourself inside and out. And it's because you tracked it. It's because you paid attention to you and how you're feeling and what the universe was doing. You know, I have one niece, I have 11 nieces and nephews, and I have one niece, and I believe she's a twin flame, and I believe she's met her twin flame, and they're young. So it's, you know, it's hard. I doubt they'll be together anytime soon. but she tends to dream about all of her exes around the full moons. And she starts to panic, thinking that, oh no, am I not going to be with my twin if I'm dreaming about an ex? And every time she texts me, I ask her and I say, hey, is there a full moon or a new moon nearby? Go Google it. This is why you're dreaming. Full moons and new moons always bring back an energy of the past. So I'm training her to get used to the cycle of, oh, these dreams mean nothing. I'm just purging some old emotions from my exes. And it always surfaces around new moons and full moons. It's just the way it is. And now she feels free knowing, like, okay, I don't have to live in the torment of always wondering what this means. I just know that this is a cycle. And every time the full moons come around, it stirs up old emotions, and it's natural and it's normal. So now she is, 20 years old, feeling so empowered in her body, understanding herself, understanding the moon cycles. So the more you guys track your feelings, your emotions, the signs, the synchronicities, the better you can navigate this journey. And then you won't always need to contact somebody to ask them for help. And until we get this down, sometimes we need a guide. Sometimes we need a mentor to say, yeah, you should write that down. Or, yeah, that means nothing. Or just what I told my niece. We need somebody to teach us these things. And that's why I do what I do, because when I was going through all of this, I had a mentor and she saved my life. She helped me have faith in myself. She taught me how to stand here in confidence and create this video and trust that when I hit record, I have no idea what I'm going to say, but I allow spirit to speak through me. And how cool is that? I wasn't always like this. I was terrified of public speaking. I was terrified of filming. I was just a different person because I didn't trust myself, because I didn't know myself. So I am encouraging all of you to get to know yourself, get to know your patterns, get to know your cycles, get to know what happens to you around a full moon. There's usually a 5-day cycle. And if you need help learning about this, come join my community. It's only $44 a month. So if your abundance hasn't dropped in yet for my mentorship program or for a one-on-one session with me, you can join the community, which is only $44 a month. And you're going to have access to my coaching every single month. You're going to have access to the group. You can ask questions every single day if you want to. I will respond. Other people will respond. Just a nice and easy way to get assistance when you feel like you don't have all the resources yet to do maybe a full-on coaching program or a mentorship. I've tried to create a home in so many different ways for all of you to be able to come and feel safe and to learn, because I didn't have all this. Once I found my mentor, I felt so much better. But before that, I didn't have any kind of community to talk to. I didn't have somebody who offered a mentorship. It just wasn't available to me back then. And I probably would have had a mind that said, Michelle, you can't afford this. Meanwhile, I definitely had the money, but I was just in fear. I didn't want to spend it on that because I'm like, oh no, what if I need this money in the future? And now that's so not me. I am spending the money if I have it because I know it comes back double when you invest in yourself. And these are the things you're going to learn in the community or in the mentorship is I'm going to teach you to be brave. I'm going to teach you to be courageous. And when you document yourself and your growth and how you overcame your fear and you followed it and you did the thing that you were scared to do, you started YouTube, you started the podcast, maybe you posted your first Instagram reel, and you're going to document that too, because this is your life. Don't you want to remember it? Don't you want to live it? Don't you want to have fun in the process instead of just always focusing on what's not working and feeling stuck? So write down everything, write down your emotions, write down your connection to spirit when you're feeling super tapped in, because in a month or two, you might lose it. And you want to go back and revisit and see what patterns, what habits were you doing? Maybe you were eating really healthy and your meditations were on point and you were getting all these messages and you felt such clarity because you gave up dairy or gluten or sugar. All of those things affect your chakra system. So when you cleanse your physical vessel, everything enhances. Your manifestation abilities will enhance when the vessel is clear and clean. And you'll be able to tap into source better and you'll be able to channel better. So all of these small things are important to track because you want to remember. The mind can forget things so easily. And when we're in a dark place, when we're being planted and learning lessons, it can be really hard to remember. So I encourage you guys to write this down. If you need help learning how to journal and learning what to journal and how to make it clear and how to streamline it so it works for you, please book a session with me. It might just take one session and then you're good to go for the whole year. Sometimes that's all we need. It's just a quick little teach me this and then we're good to go. All right, so everything is below if you want to work with me. I'll even leave it in the comments. I'm sending you guys so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, help me get these messages out there to more people. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. All right, peace out.